The Coke Zero 200 from Cayuga Motor Speedway is brought to you by Castrol. It's more than just oil. It's liquid engineering. By Dodge. Grab life by the horns. And by Allied Steel Buildings, the leading, most trusted brand of steel building. And there's a look at the campground here at Cayuga. Free camping supplied by Sicard Holiday Campers. It's been a busy place as the summer nears its end. Busy place on the track, too, as DJ Kennington leads Scott Steckley to the green here on lap 13 of the Coke Zero 200.
Whoa, DJ misses a shifter, spun the tires. He's going, oh, Steckley chops down. DJ was there, 3 wide. Steckley gets the raw in.
Steckley gets it straight, though, and he'll rejoin. No caution, but look at how far down the order your points leader is. DJ Kennington continues to lead with the 0-2 now. Ford Fusion, driven by Kerry Mix, is hounding him every step of the way.
An unusual bobble by the Castro kid, DJ Kennington, gets everybody all stumbling down the front stretch. The 22's got to go through the grass. Hopefully that won't cause him problems later on.
We have to talk about that Walmart-tied Ford Fusion, the 27 of Andrew Ranger, who's working his way back into this points battle. The 2007 Nascar Canadian Tire Series champion now working underneath the one car of Peter Gibbons.
Well, Gibbons and the 27 side-by-side down into turn 3. Gibbons was really trying to muscle the young fella down to the bottom, and the 27 had no part of it.
Mark Dilley in the 9 car just ahead of Andrew Ranger, the winner in our last stop in Trois-Rivières, Quebec. DJ Kennington continues to lead. A great look at the speed shot.
Oh, the sound of those late models going by just gets you all pumped up.
You can see Kerry Mix getting racy, taking a look underneath the Castrol Dodge of DJ Kennington. Mix trying to get off the corner just a little bit lower as well. Mix looks to be a little bit quicker this early going in the race.
You take a look at the front of DJ Kennington's 17 car. You can see the front air dam hanging down underneath the balance from that contact with the 22.
So we'll keep an eye on that to see if it affects the performance on the Castrol Dodge. And we're right on board with your third-place driver, the 60 of Ron Beauchamp Jr. He catches that grass, gets a little bit loose down the front chute.
Well, Ron Beauchamp Jr. with Big Daddy's horsepower underneath the hood was awful loose off the corner. So what you're going to see, Dave, is coming off of turn 2 and coming off of turn 4, they're going to drop the left front tire down in the grass. And what that does, it puts wedge in the car off the corner so you can just lay the throttle to it and keep the car tight.
Riding along with your pole sitter, Don Johnson Jr. now sits in the 14th position. Remember, he had that drive-through pit penalty, but he's working his way back up through the pack. Scott Steckley is just ahead of that group in 11th, and here comes Kerry Mix looking for the lead.
Oh, the BDI Ford looking real strong early on. He goes down the bottom of DJ Kennington, and he'll get the spot off of turn 4.
So Kennington will duck right in behind that BDI 02. Ron Beauchamp Jr. on the Mopar Dodge has moved up to the back bumper. The Castrol Avenger as well. So this now a 3-way battle for the lead.
Wow, look back over the shoulder of Beauchamp. That's the 9 Dodge of Mark Dilley. He's having a great start here tonight.
And if you remember back to the last time we were on an oval in Mosport, Mark Dilley finished second in that race. He had a great car at Trois-Rivières as well. And here today, he struggled a little bit in practice, but said he had a good car for the nighttime, and it looks as though that car is coming around. Let's go to Todd, who's in Mark Dilley's pit.
Fellas, I'll give you a quick update on the number 9 Dodge of Mark Dilley. Spoke with Reno Montanari, who said Mark's pretty happy with the car, and he should be. He's gone into the top 5 and currently running 4th. Reno doing kind of double duty on the pit box. Beside him, that's Kelly Woods, who's charting tonight. She's been working on the team for the entire year. Kelly's a late model stock car racer at Kawartha Speedway, where we'll be in a couple of weeks. She's learning as much as she can, getting as involved as she can. She wants to be racing one day soon in this NASCAR Canadian Tire Series.
Well, when she's racing there at Kawartha, she has a good coach. This man right here, Mark Dilley, has been a great teacher of oval tracking, and Dwayne McLeod, who is also a crew member on the 9, helps her with the late model stock car.
And give her some credit, too. She's no slouch behind the wheel, a champion go-kart racer, and has moved up through the 4-cylinder ranks, and now in a late model, she'll be running that late model Fridays at Kawartha Speedway, and I'm sure Derek Lynch, driver of the 77 here today, would like us to let you know that. There you see Derek Lynch in the Allied Steel Building 77. He promotes that racetrack.
Well, him and his wife do it together. Another family operation.
On board with J.R. Fitzpatrick in the 84. You can see Doug Brown in the Haldex number 10. Jim Lapsovich in the Tim Hortons 25 chasing there. And again, Derek Lynch in the 77 rounding out that pack of cars as we go back to near the front of the field. Second place where DJ Kennington in the Castrol Dodge starts sliding up the racetrack just a touch.
DJ's car just seems a little too tight in the middle of the corner. He drives it in, it washes up the racetrack. He's able to turn it and power off. But when you got that 60 Ron Beauchamp beside you, you want to make sure you got lots of horsepower.
Yeah, those two Dodge Avengers of Beauchamp and Dilly have hooked up nose to tail, and they're looking like they're going to freight train the 17 very, very shortly. You can see those cars able to pinch right down on the yellow line, sometimes below it, as Mark Dilly just did.
Well, DJ Kennington, he's a veteran. He'll just baby that car to the pit stop so they can get an adjustment made to get it right back where it was.
You can see the cool box air hose hanging down in that shot as we rode on board with Mark Dilly. Billy, are those really needed?
Well, you know, under the daytime conditions, these race cars get upwards of 140 degrees inside. Back a few years ago, we didn't have cool boxes. We ran air hoses through a cooler with ice in it. Now they're fully electronic units, really nice high-tech pieces that keep these drivers' heads cool so they can make good decisions. Oh, we got a little bumping and grinding down the front stretch.
We're going to need cool heads shortly as Ron Beauchamp Jr. and DJ Kennington touch down the front straightaway. You remember back to Vernon, BC, these two got together and actually ended Ron Beauchamp Jr.'s race in a battle for the lead there. So DJ Kennington obviously not trying to get into his friend, but it's happening here at Cayuga.
I talked to both of them after that race, and you know, they both agreed after tempers cooled down that it was simply a racing incident between friends, but they're going at it hard, which is what I expect out of these two Dodge racers. Each and every time they get close to each other, they're gonna race hard.
How long is it, do you think, before Ron Beauchamp Jr. starts forcing the issue?
Well, he's not going to force it, but his car is certainly getting off the corner better than DJ. You can see DJ's car not hugging the bottom. Take a look at the 9 and the 60. Right around the hook, right around the bottom. DJ slides up, has to dime it off the corner, and that's going to wear out that right front tire. Hear the throttle? That was a good indication right there. Number 60, Ron Beauchamp Jr. is feathering the throttle. He's waiting on DJ so he can lay down the power. And as soon as DJ gets off the corner, boom, he's there. And Ron Beauchamp Jr. working hard to get that spot from DJ Kennington.
Now you remember this is a battle for second spot. So as these two cars battle side by side, this is letting the leader, the 02 Ford Fusion of Kerry Mix, get away. There he is, just going out of sight down the front straightaway.
DJ's not giving up. He's hanging in tight on that outside. And I'll tell you what, that outside groove doesn't usually come in until later on in the evening. Oh, we got a problem at 3 and 4.
And it is the A&W number 21 of Jason White. As we go on board, caution flag is out for the second time here in the Coke Zero 200 presented by Sicard Holiday Campers. And we will get a chance to see it again.
Whoa, we got the 10 Haldex car into the back of the 21, and around he goes.
And Billy, another point of view now from the driver's seat.
You can hear the back tires come up off the ground. He was on the throttle, and around she went.
And there's action down pit lane. Here's Todd.
Canadian Tire Chevy of Pete Gibbons, the first to hit pit road. It's a wedge adjustment to the right rear and fuel. The number 19 of Brad Graham also along pit road for an adjustment and fuel. More of the Coke Zero 200 from Cayuga Speedway when we come back.